Welcome to Bitches That Wine.
Bitches That Wine.
I'm Danielle.
And I'm Lauren.
And like we always say, we're just...
Maybe recording is going to be such a good thing.
Well, clearly we're trying to record outside today, guys.
Yeah, my dogs apparently saw somebody out front.
It's so nice out. We couldn't pass up the opportunity to
bake in the sun.
bake in the sun. Yeah. It's supposed to get 88 degrees out. And I think I already looked it up. The UV index is 6.
Oh my God, we need to
really
put sunblock on.
We probably should. That'd be a good idea.
We're going to take a short commercial break for some SPF today. But today we're talking about a winery called Col Solare.
Yeah.
This one is located in, technically it's Benton City, but it's
kind of outskirts of
West Richland.
West Richland, Washington.
Yeah.
But so this, the AVA they're under is called the Red Mountain region. So
Red Mountain has some really good wine. So
they have very good wines.
We had heard really good things about this place and decided, I guess it's time we do these guys. And they actually specialize in red wine. So they don't have any whites, but we were told that they are coming out with a white wine in the next couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to be very luxurious.
Yes.
So we'll have to go back and try that at some point.
Yeah, we're excited. That'll be cool.
So pulling up to Col Solare, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
I think they have one of the best views in all of the wineries in Benton City.
Yeah, it's on, not quite on the top of the hill, but right on the side of it.
Yeah.
So you overlook all of their grape wine, vines, excuse me.
All the vineyards, the whole little city, I should say town, of Benton City.
Yeah. But it's really quiet up there, though, too.
So peaceful.
Yeah.
And just serene. And they've really put a lot of work into making the vineyards look really nice, too, I think. So.
It's really pretty. Great venue. They have a lot of outdoor seating, which is pet friendly, we found out.
Yeah.
Bring your dogs.
I was torn between bringing my dogs or not because I hadn't been there and I didn't know. So I didn't take them.
Yeah. But now we know.
Yes, they're very pet friendly. They encourage people to bring their dogs, but they do have to stay out on the patio.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's a really hot day, probably not the best idea because you know how cement gets with the sun. So.
Yes. But they have some nice indoor seating too as well. A nice tasting room in there. Yeah. There's a little fireplace. It's really pretty.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And you still have tons of gorgeous views for the outside.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
We'll be posting some pictures for sure. The gentleman that was helping us today, Jeff.
Yes, Jeff.
He was phenomenal. All of the service that we got there was just amazing and over the top. He was very knowledgeable.
Mm-hmm.
He's not a som, but I think he said it's a level 4 Wix.
Yeah, I think Wix. Yeah.
Which is comparable to a level 2 som.
Yes.
So he knows quite a bit, but soms apparently are more geared towards... What was it?
The presentation.
Yeah.
Whereas the Wick, he knows more about the production of wine, how it's made and everything. So he has a wealth of knowledge in that. And so he's at the very top tier. Level 4 is top.
Yes.
So that was kind of cool to understand that and know more about that.
Yeah. Super awesome.
Yeah.
So he explained a lot about Col Solare and their wines and where they come from and their ideals, I guess, and what to expect from their wines.
Yeah.
There's a family from France, right?
Yes. I think they're from...
They're international, or are they from Italy? No, they're from Italy.
Yeah, they're from Italy.
Yes, the name is what's the name?
Antinori, I believe.
Yeah, Antinori.
Mm-hmm.
And they use French grapes.
Yes.
To make Italian style wine.
Yeah. I know, it's kind of a lot. But really cool, so we're here in Washington State. You get the cool French grapes, get some Italian wine.
So if you like Italian wine, go to Col Solare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a great experience, so we're really excited to talk about our tasting that we had.
Yes, it was very complex.
It was.
It was a fun tasting.
It was really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. We highly recommend. Highly recommend.
Definitely.
Yeah. But yeah, so kind of going back to their background a little bit more, the Antinori family, they also collaborate with Chateau Saint Michel.
Chateau Saint Michel is a big umbrella company.
Yes.
That helps a ton of the wineries, the smaller wineries around here specifically. I'm sure they're all over the world, but they help them distribute and market their wines.
Yeah, they're more specialized in that, whereas, the family does
the
wine
all
the dealing with the
production.
production and everything.
Yeah. So we have a winemaker. They have a winemaker at Col Solare here locally in Benton City, but they also send them over to Italy, and they collaborate with the winemakers in Italy that they have over there.
Yes, and they travel back and forth a lot.
So it's truly an Italian style wine.
Yeah. Really cool. So on to the tasting now, right?
Oh, there was one more thing I wanted to bring up.
I know there was a fun fact he told us, like with being in the Red Mountain area where it's really open and you're on the hill, right? We get a lot of wind over in our area.
And we have a lot of dust.
Yes.
So our area is known for little dust devils.
Yeah.
Is what we like to call them.
Yes.
They look like little mini tornadoes, but
they are
not nearly as destructive.
No.
So these dust devils, when Jeff was first starting to work there and doing wine tours out in the vineyards, he said he saw one and he was concerned about the grapes and
because he was giving a tour too.
Yeah, so he's covered in dust after that.
Yeah, he's like, I'm giving these people a tour, and he's like, do we need a duck and cover? What's happening?
But apparently those dust devils actually thicken the grape skin.
Yes.
How?
Yeah, all the sand
I don't remember
hitting
exactly, but the sand hitting it, the dirt, it just toughens it up.
Yes, it does. It naturally toughens it.
And that's gonna really play a role when it comes to the wine production.
Yes.
So it was really interesting to learn that and kind of cool. And I think one thing that makes our area really special.
Yeah. It changes how it gets produced and how it tastes and everything. Really cool. So it's kind of special for that Red Mountain area. I like it.
One thing I do want to say that was a little annoying, but not a complete surprise.
Oh, yeah.
When we were out there doing the tasting, there was all these little flies.
They're like mini flies. They're not like a gnat. They're bigger, but smaller than a fly.
Not normal house flies. Oh, I bet Armando knows what kind of flies they are.
Oh, he probably does.
Armando!
I'll
ask him when he comes over.
We'll ask him.
Yeah.
But so Jeff was telling me about these flies, about how they're not the most knowledgeable,
not the brightest crayon in the box.
Brightest insects ever. He's like, they're pretty stupid. So he's like, they're kind of really slow. He's like, and they swarm when we bring out the wine. And I was like, oh, well, it just means it's good wine. And he's like, well, but they have this like eucalyptus taste. So he's like, if you don't realize you have one in your wine and you taste a mintiness, he's like, uh-oh, you got one. He's like, we'll have to bring out a new one for you. I was like, okay.
It's just like a little charcuterie.
Yeah.
A little meat.
I was like, oh, we'll just get some more protein. He's like, well, it just will kind of ruin the flavor a little bit.
Changes the flavor of the wine for sure.
Yes.
But they
have wine covers.
They have wine covers, and as long as you keep it covered, you're good. You do have to remember that you're on a vineyard.
Yes.
Which is...
It's a farm.
It's a farm, ultimately. That's what it comes down to. So there's going to be flies. You're outside. There's going to be little, things around.
Yeah.
But so No fault to them because they had these awesome wine covers, which I stole. Just kidding. They let you have them.
Yeah, they let us have them. We should have taken all of them. We only took one each.
Yeah,
but no, they were really nice. They were very handy. But yeah, you're outside. You just enjoy the nice warm weather that we're having, and they have like on their patio area. They do have sunshades.
Yes, they have these big umbrellas.
Yeah,
and they're just starting to pull out their patio furniture because we had snow in April.
Yeah.
Was it April?
Yeah,
or was it spring?
April. Yeah, it was like early April.
Yeah, and now it's 88 degrees out.
Yes.
And it's still April. So
Mother Nature's finally deciding that it should be springtime.
So they're still working on getting all the patio furniture out.
Yes. It was really nice to enjoy being outside. It wasn't miserable or anything like that.
Oh, absolutely not. Since they're with Chateau Ste. Michelle.
Yes. They have a worldwide distribution.
Yeah. So that's a really awesome thing about that relationship.
Sorry,
that was kind of a random backstep there, but
no, but yeah, nice for you guys to know how easy and available their wines are.
So should we move on to the actual tasting?
Yeah, let's go to the tasting.
Oh, hold on. I need a refill here.
You already drank yours already?
It was getting warm.
It was. You chugged it.
Back to the tasting.
Yes, to the tasting.
The tasting was 4 or 5 different
4,
wines?
but they usually give you a 5th pour is what he said. So that's pretty common.
Let me pull up my notes.
Yeah.
So there was a 2021 rosé.
So the 2021 rosé, that one was okay.
Yeah, it was all right. It's rosé made with red grapes.
Yes.
I thought it was very dry.
It's definitely drier.
It had a good strawberry aroma.
It really did, yeah.
I thought it was like a good classic rosé. But it's not like one that I would say, oh my gosh, you have to try this rosé.
Yeah, I feel like it's, pretty standard. Not like it's bad in any way.
No.
It was very,
it was good.
Refreshing and crisp with it being kind of dry like that for the warmer weather, like how we're having.
If you like rosés, I would definitely try it.
It had a really pretty pink color to it, kind of a darker pink color because it's made from those red grapes.
It was a beautiful color.
Yeah, so it doesn't have that really light, kind of standard rosé color that you normally see. Definitely a little bit darker pink, which was really pretty. So that was good. Nice to start with. And then we delve into the reds.
Yeah, we dove deep. We
go deep. Oh.
We originally didn't get our charcuterie board, and then we decided, hey, let's really try this wine with the charcuterie, so that way we could see how the changes in flavor happen, I guess.
They have a really good charcuterie board there.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I really enjoyed it. They had some salami, prosciutto.
They had 3 different types of cheeses.
Yes, some focaccia bread. Oh, and you get focaccia bread with your tasting. Am I saying that right? Focaccia.
I say focaccia.
I think it's focaccia.
I don't know. I'm not sure. But so you get they bake the bread that day, so it's fresh.
It was good.
It was really good. And then they give you just a little olive oil to dip it in. Oh, so yummy. So that you get complimentary with your tasting.
Yes.
Which is really nice. I like when wineries have a little bit of food to eat. It's breaks it up because I feel like you're just in and out with a tasting really quick.
Yeah.
I want a little bit of, stuff to eat. And then like how we've been super excited about, we got the charcuterie board. Yeah. And it really changes
the wine completely.
The wine, yes.
Completely.
Yeah, it's really crazy how much the food and, the wine can really change things. So, yes.
We had the rosé without our charcuterie, but we did have the focaccia bread and the little oil with that.
Yes.
But then we drank these with there's a 2017 Society Red Blend. And one thing about Col Solare is that they primarily use Bordeaux grapes. Bordeaux grapes.
Yeah, Bordeaux blends.
Yes. So the grapes that you'll find in Bordeaux are the ones that they typically will use at Col Solare.
Mm-hmm. And then he talked to us about Bordeaux blends and how you have a left bank and a right bank.
Yes.
So if they ever say that, your left bank is usually, hold on, I wrote this, is usually more cab
Heavy?
based and heavy. Whereas your right bank is more Merlot because there's more sun on the right bank. And it's a little bit kind of, I'm pretty dang sure I'm getting this right because on this other red blend that I tried, I believe he said it's more left bank. So
if you want to know for sure, you can go in and do a tasting.
Absolutely. But so this Bordeaux blend is more Merlot based, this 2017.
I thought it was really bold, had a berry tobacco taste to it. The tobacco was on the back end, the berry was more up front.
Absolutely. And they say that about all of their red wines, that they're more, you get really that fruit forward.
Yes.
In their wines, which is really nice. But yeah, I had the same thing. Really that berry forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of a tobacco.
Was there any
finish.
Food that you had that you really liked with this wine?
Oh, I didn't write that down. That one I didn't write it on.
Neither did I. But it was a good all around.
It was.
Red blend.
I felt, and we kind of let it sit a little bit too. When we were out there, we initially tasted each one of the 3 reds when we first got out there.
Yeah. And then we had the 2018 Component Collection Syrah, which honestly was kind of my favorite.
Yeah, it was your favorite.
Before we had the food.
Yeah.
And then once we had the food, it completely changed what I thought of this wine.
Yeah.
So it was really fun and interesting to experience how food can really play a role in how the wine tastes.
Well, and letting it sit too, because we let this sit for a little, maybe
we were there a while.
We were there for a while. So I mean, when we really got into it, maybe 15 minutes or something, sitting with that wine.
Probably longer than that.
Probably longer, maybe 20. But I know when I first tasted this, I smelled it initially when we did that first kind of little bit of tasting and then, going back to it. I had a really acidic burn kind of smell to it. Yeah. It really was overwhelming to me. I was like, wow, this is potent.
I did not get that potency in the aroma at all. I thought it was fruity in aroma, but it was honestly really nice. It kind of had a little peppery, earthy fruitiness to it. But
yeah, a little pepper for sure.
But then we got our charcuterie board and I was like, oh, it's kind of sweet, it's kind of fruity. I was like, I'll try it with some jam and bread and see what that does. Oh my god, it was horrible.
It really brings out the pepper in it.
The acidity.
Yeah, the acidity and pepper for sure. I just thought it was a very overwhelming wine.
And then that's after the jam and focaccia red, I really noticed and recognized that acidity that Danielle was talking about. But it was really good with what I thought was cheddar, but it's like some kind of fancy bougie cheese from...
It's from a cave, and you can only get it in one spot.
Yeah. And there's these interesting mites that help create this flavor.
Yeah, the mite skin?
Yeah.
It brings out the really orange color in it.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
okay.
That's where the color comes from, because it looks like cheddar when you first look at it, but it doesn't taste like a sharp cheddar.
It was good, though.
It was really good, but it's a really bright orange. Kind of looks like a sharp cheddar and a carrot. I don't know.
But it was really good with the Syrah. It was some international cheese.
Yeah.
You won't find it in the stores.
You can only get it. They literally get it out of this cave, he said. I'm like, wow.
It's probably in Italy or France or something.
Yeah, I think
like
so.
That.
intense. But that really calmed it down, though. The cheese coating your palate really calmed it down.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. So do you want to talk about the cab, Danielle?
Yes. This was one of my favorites. And I don't think I had the long name out for it. I just put
neither
cab.
did I.
Oh, you didn't?
No, but
I think you have a picture of it, though, right?
I did. I took a picture of the menu and a bunch of stuff of the area. So let's see if I can pull it up here.
Okay, so it is just their 2019 Col Solare Cabernet Sauvignon. So this is, he said it's kind of, when he explained it, when he first gave it to us, is kind of one of their...
This bottle costs $145
it
retail.
It's very spendy.
So that tells you kind of their price range. The Syrah was $95. Mm-hmm. The Society Red Blend was $100.
Yes.
So, but they do have some more reasonably priced wines.
They do.
The rosé was $34.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah.
But sorry, I interrupted you.
No.
You're back to the cab.
Yeah, this is one of the ones he said that they're kind of known for too, is their cab there. I enjoy a good cab. So I like a little the dryness, some of those tannins that kind of coat your mouth. You know, all those good flavors that come with it, right? I thought it was had a really nice, consistent flavor as you drank it. It didn't have a really bold up front and then kind of tapered off. You know, some of them have like a nice mellow finish. This I felt like was a really consistent flavor throughout. And I didn't put wet cheese, but it gave it a little spice with one of the cheeses that I had.
Was it the mustard cheese?
It might have been the mustard cheese. So we had this one, it was like more of a Dijon
the goat cheese
based. The goat cheese was really good with it because it's kind of a heavier cheese. But I think that kind of more Dijon mustard cheese was really great with it. It had a little spice to it. And I put, it's not like an everyday wine to just drink. I mean, especially like, you know, based off the price, it's one of those nicer ones you want to pull out. And we kind of discussed this with the guy, like we thought that maybe like it might be a nice dinner wine, but he said you want to be able to enjoy every bit of the flavor. So he's like, I drink it after dinner and have a little cheese with it.
Yeah.
And I get what he's saying with that because, right, with dinner, maybe if you have like steak and, you know, some other things with it, like some vegetables or something, you're taking away from that flavor of it. And I see what he means because that wine was very enjoyable just even on its own.
Yeah.
Before I had cheese with it.
I really liked it with the dried apricots.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they had some
I
good
love
dried
those
apricots.
little, yeah, those things are so good.
But
sweets.
I thought it had like a good chocolatey aroma. The cheese brought out like the pepper spiciness to it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a huge like spice person. It's not really my favorite thing in wine either. But this was actually a really good. It was a light spice.
Mm-hmm.
That it really just added a lot of characteristics to the wine.
Yeah.
It was definitely a good all around like cab that most everybody would enjoy if they like reds. I think.
And then we got we each got one extra tasting.
Yeah, originally he asked us if we knew what we wanted right away, and then I was like, well, I don't know. And so we decided we were going to wait and do the tasting and see what we liked from there, and then ask for his recommendation, which I was really happy about because he sent me with the 2018 Malbec for my tasting. And that one was super interesting.
Yeah.
Because I like a really fruity wine. A little dryness is good, but not too crazy.
Yeah.
And this one, it really like takes a minute, but the saliva like flow, which sounds weird, your salivary flow just really comes in strongly after a couple of minutes after you take a drink. It had a dark fruit aroma. It was really dark purple in color.
It was
super
really dark. Yeah.
It was a really good.
It was pretty.
I really liked it. And so then he let me actually get a sixth retaste, I guess.
Revisited.
Yeah, I revisited the Cab Sauv because I was torn between the Cab Sauv and the Malbec. Which one I liked better, and it was the Malbec that I liked better, I think. But
you did.
But the Cab Sauv was a tough contender for sure.
It was really yummy. That was definitely my favorite.
What was your fifth tasting that you decided to revisit, Dana?
Mine was, so he said, since I really liked the Cab, I'm more of a Cab girl. He had me try, it's their 2018 red blend, but more Cab heavy compared to the red blend that was in their tasting, and that's more Merlot heavy. So I tried that. It's, definitely a little bit of a darker wine, but your Malbec, wow. That just like stole the show with how dark and like beautiful it was.
It was a color to see for sure.
It was, yeah. It was
I hadn't
so
seen
pretty.
something so like purpley before.
I know. I did.
It's been a while, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, okay, this is really nice. But so mine was a little bit more drier and heavier than the previous Cab, because I tried it alongside when Lauren revisited the previous Cab in the tasting, so the 2019 Cab that they had. So this one's a little bit drier, a little heavier, a little more acid. You got more acid taste than I did in this. Yeah. I thought your Malbec was really acid forward.
We tried each other's wine. Overall, the tasting was really great. The experience was really awesome. The winery was beautiful. The service was great. I would say 10 out of 10.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Would recommend.
I definitely enjoyed it a lot. We had a great experience there. I think you guys will enjoy it a lot too.
One thing to keep in mind, though, is that this place was a little more on the bougie side.
It's, it's a little higher end.
Yeah.
For sure.
Definitely. So the tasting was about $50.
Yes.
And most of their wines are around 100 plus.
Mm-hmm.
They do have some wines that are more in my price range.
A few that are a little more affordable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the rosé was $34, and I think they have a red blend that's like $50.
Yeah.
Which is still on the spendier side for myself.
Mm-hmm.
But, if you're looking for a good complex wine, and some people do have, the money to spend.
Yeah.
$300 on a bottle of wine.
Do a little bit more higher end winery.
When we were there was a guy that was buying a bottle of wine for his buddy, and it was like $300.
Yeah.
I was mind blown.
Woo!
I do not have that.
That was really spendy.
Yeah, I do not have that kind of money to blow on one bottle of wine, to be honest.
That's a lot.
Danielle and I went to Costco the other day and got...
Oh, man, you can get a lot of wine for $100, guys. If you have a Costco card...
In Washington.
Yeah, in Washington. I don't know where it's at anywhere
Not all states are the same.
Yes.
So you can't all...
But, we have a nice little selection at Costco. There was a guy stocking some stuff. He was like, oh, if you have questions, let me know. So that was really nice. And they have a little variety. They have ones around here, and then they had ones from, I think, like, Italy or something. So they have some more international ones too. But anywho, off of Costco. Costco's great, but Col Solare, they have, if you want to kind of expand your palate more, because he did say sometimes if you continue to drink the same wines, you can really narrow your palate to where you're not receptive to other wines. So, if you really want to expand your palate, guys, get that charcuterie. Do their wine tasting.
And really talk to the person like serving the wine, because a lot of times they'll have a lot of knowledge, and if they don't know the answers to your questions, they will go grab somebody. If you hear my dogs barking, just a reminder, we are outside recording today, enjoying the beautiful sunshine. Mm-hmm. It is about 78 degrees out here. The dogs are loving it, but occasionally there's someone that walks by or the mailman that comes by.
They're cute. They're just being dogs.
Yeah. So if you hear them barking, that's them.
Ignore.
Enjoy the the happiness of dogs.
Yes.
Overall, would highly recommend. Check out Col Solare.
Yes.
Put it on the list.
Should we spell it out for him? Because it's kind of spelled a little different. Or should we like just put it up on our Instagram?
I mean, we can do both.
We'll post pictures.
It'll be up on our Instagram, but it's Col Solare, COL space SOLARE.
Beautiful, beautiful place.
Well, thanks for listening to us today. I hope you guys enjoyed our presentation of Col Solare, and give us any feedback if there's anything you guys want to know more about or have any questions about.
So thanks for tuning in to Bitches That Wine.
Bitches That Wine.
All right, we'll have another glass with you guys next time.